here's the tools you need to start throwing on the wheel. So once you have your clay and you have it in a ball, you really need to make sure that it is wedged, okay? When it's in a ball, you want to get it in the center. There's these rings on the wheel, and that's going to help you center. So hopefully you can see when you throw it down, you're going to try to move it till it gets into the closest ring that you see. Okay, so pat it into a ball and then toss it onto the wheel. Move it around. You need it to stick. So you kind of want to pat it, but then you see you need to hit it from the top, but then you need to make sure the sides stay round. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of shimmying it until it gets in the circles. This is going to help you to center once you add water. It's a huge step. So really take the time and make sure it's stuck to the wheel and that it's close into the wheel as you can. Now turning it on. Down is slow, middle is off, and up is fast. So you can kind of play around first to see what the speeds are. There's only 3, it's not a big deal. You do need to have it on the slow speed, okay, which is down. Okay, now you're getting ready. You can see I have it untied. My apron is untied so that the ends are over my knees, okay? You're going to add water, and the most important part is getting a good body position. So you need to make sure that you can get your elbows out as far as you can out on the side. And you kind of make a triangle. So you want your elbows to be straight out, not back by you nice and out at an angle. Okay? It depends on where you're sitting. So sometimes if you're really tall, you have to scoot back. If you're not as tall, you actually have to scoot forward. And you're squeezing. You can see that I'm squeezing right now. I'm showing you that if your hands shouldn't move. If you're moving, the clay is moving you. What you need to do is, now if you look, my hands aren't moving at all, and the clay, I'm forcing the clay to move. I'm using the palm and the side of my hand, adding water as I go. Now see, my hands are not moving. So you really, if you look at my wrists, you can see that they're really bent almost at a 90 degree. All of your extra sludge, just put it in the bucket. You'll see the space. And you just keep going. It's really important to have it centered, so I need you to spend as much time as you can. If you push too much on the bottom of your hand, you're actually going to pull it off. So it just needs to be an even pressure from your palms. You can see it's almost centered. Sometimes I put my hand straight down. You can see I have the finger down to pull off any extra sludge. You'll know it's centered when it kind of just moves inside your hand and you're not pulling off any more extra. You can see that my elbows are now off back at my side. I just want to check to make sure that it's centered. So I'm not really centering, I'm just trying to see how the clay feels. So now we're going to open up the middle. Okay, so get off all of the sludge that's on your hands. You also can take newspaper. It's probably the best way to get it off and not wash it. So I'm just getting newspaper and taking off the extra sludge off my hands. Okay, now we're going to open it up. So with your thumbs, again, you have to get in the right body position. Get your hands wet. Now, elbows at your side. Now I'm just, with both thumbs, I'm going to press down. Keep adding water as you need it. Okay, and then you go back. After you added water, you go back and you press down a little bit more. What you need to gauge is you need to know how low to go. So just keep pressing. You need to brace your elbows against your body so that you're not moving. You can't waver your thumbs at all. So it needs to be straight down. Here's a good view from over the top. You can also see that my fingers are fairly straight and my hands aren't moving. So to check how low you're going, you're going to put your thumb on the wheel head and your finger in the inside to know how much farther you can go down. Calming the wall, using my fingers, make sure everything stays. Now I'm going to open it up. Checking the bottom again. Okay, we centered. We opened, put our thumbs down. Now we're going to open the bottom by moving the thumbs apart towards your fingers. So wet your hands again. And push your thumbs towards your fingers. And it'll open up the bottom. There it goes. So you're making the wall thinner. There. Now you really can see it. And then you calm the wall. Take out the water from the inside. And you just always have to the lip is really important if you calm it down by using your fingers to guide it. And now we are ready to pull it. Air bubbles. This is what I want you to see. These are what air bubbles look like. To get rid of them, you're just going to pop them and then you re-pull through them. This means I did not wedge my clay long enough. You'll feel these. It's kind of hard to explain, but you saw them. You can actually see the clay stick out. So when I pull my wall, those will be gone. It doesn't mean that it's trashed. You have to pop them, and then you can pull through them. Okay? The next video is how to bring the wheel head up. The last thing I'm going to do here is just try to get those air bubbles out. I'm just calming the wall a little bit to get ready to throw. But that's basically it. Centering, opening it, and opening the bottom.